Oh, hello there. Come a little closer. That's it. It's me, Gregor. I'm so glad you're here. I think of you as my best friend. And, well, I've been waiting a long, long time to share a secret story with you. It's right here, from my personal journal.
Just look around you. Isn't the world just bursting with amazing differences? It's kind of like a giant, beautiful puzzle. Have you ever wondered, really wondered why your friend has brown eyes but yours are blue? Or why are some apples red and others are green? I know I did, all the time. I just had to know the secret rules behind it all.
Yep, that's me. Well, me when I was a bit younger. See, a long, long time ago, my curiosity led me to figure out one of nature's biggest secrets. I'm talking about how living things pass down what they look like from parents to children. So, want to hear how it all happened? Let's turn back the clock. I'll tell you everything.
All right, so where does my story begin? Well, it doesn't start in some fancy, shiny laboratory. Oh, no. It starts way back when I was just a boy on my family's farm, a boy who was full of questions.
We didn't have a lot of money, but we had our garden. And to me, that garden was a treasure chest, just overflowing with life. I would spend hours and hours out there just watching and wondering, why does this pea plant have purple flowers, but the one right next to it has white ones? My mind was just always buzzing with questions.
I wanted to learn more than anything in the world. But school cost money we didn't have. And that's when my amazing sister, Theresia, did something I'll never, ever forget. She gave me her own savings, money she was putting aside for her own future. She gave it to me so I could get an education. That gift, it wasn't just money. It was pure love, and it opened up the whole world for me.
So, to keep learning, I made a big decision. I joined a monastery. And wow, what a place. It was so much more than just a quiet place to pray. It had a library filled with the most incredible books. And best of all, it had a beautiful, peaceful garden. It was the perfect place for a curious mind like mine to really, take root and grow.
And that garden, my friend, is where the real adventure begins. Right there, I started what would become an 8-year-long quest to solve what I like to call the Great Pea Puzzle.
Okay, so before we dive into this puzzle, you need to know about the most important puzzle piece. It's a little word called a trait. And really, a trait is just a special feature that makes something unique. Like your eye color? Or for my peas, it could be the color of their flowers or even the shape of the peas themselves. Simple, right?
Now get this, before I even started the real experiment, I spent 2 whole years just getting ready. I had to be 100% sure that my parent plants were what we call true breeding. That means the tall plants only made tall plants, and the short ones only made short ones. And that's a little secret for you, my friend. Good planning is always the first step to success.
And check out this number. It still blows my mind a little. Over the next 8 years, I grew and counted 28,000 pea plants. No, I'm not kidding. 28,000. It just goes to show you, these big discoveries, they don't happen overnight. It takes a ton of hard work, and you just got to stick with it.
So, you're probably wondering, okay, Gregor, but how did you do it? Well, think of it like my own special recipe for discovery. Step 1. I'd pick 2 parent plants with different traits, say a tall one and a short one. Step 2, I'd take a tiny little paintbrush and carefully move the pollen from one to the other. Step 3, plant the new seed and wait for it to grow. And step 4, the most important part, I watched and I counted. I counted everything.
So I wasn't looking at everything all at once. That would be too confusing. I focused on 7 specific pairs of traits that were super easy to tell apart. Like, was the pea smooth or wrinkled? Was the flower color violet or white? And by looking at these really clear differences, something amazing started to happen. I began to see a pattern. It was like one trait in every pair was always a little bit stronger. So after counting thousands upon thousands of these plants, the pattern became clearer and clearer. And then, pop! A huge idea sparked in my mind. I realized there must be some kind of tiny, invisible instructions being passed down from the parent plants. I couldn't see them, of course, but I just knew they were there. I called them elementin. And that's the real magic, isn't it? Sometimes you have to use your imagination to see things that no one else can see yet. I'd done it. I had solved the Great Pea Puzzle. I was so excited. But my adventure wasn't over, not by a long shot. It was about to take a very unexpected turn.
And this next part, my friend, is all about patience and never, ever giving up hope.
So, in 1865, after all that time in the garden, I sat down and wrote everything I had learned, every last detail. I had cracked one of nature's codes, and I just could not wait to share it with everybody.
I mailed copies of my paper to all the smartest scientists I could think of. And then I waited. And I waited for the letters to come pouring in. But there was nothing. Just silence. It was like no one understood what I had discovered. Can you believe some of them didn't even bother to cut open the pages to read it? To be honest, I was heartbroken. But you know what? Even though it felt like the whole world wasn't ready to listen, I never lost hope. Deep down, I just knew my work was important. I knew it was true. And I would tell myself, my time will come. And that's another secret I want to share with you. Always, always believe in yourself and your ideas, even if nobody else seems to get it yet. And you know what? It did. My time did come. Now, let me show you how that little secret from my garden, well, how it grew up and changed the whole world.
But wow, it took a long, long time. I passed away in 1884, and my work was still pretty much a secret, just sitting on library shelves. But then, 16 years later in the year 1900, 3 different scientists, all working on their own, stumbled upon my old paper. And for them, it was like a light bulb went on. Everything suddenly clicked. They got it. And from that moment on, my little idea started to travel the world.
And just look now, my ideas are everywhere. It's like my discovery was the seed for a giant tree we now call genetics. And its branches, they reach everything. They help farmers grow bigger and better food for us to eat. They help doctors understand our bodies and keep us healthy. And yeah, they even help you understand why you have your mom's eyes or your dad's laugh. Pretty cool, huh? So that's my secret story. But listen, this is the most important part of all. The end of my story is really just the beginning of yours. So I have one last very important question just for you, my friend.
See, back in my day, I didn't have any fancy computers or special labs. Nope. The most powerful tools I had are the exact same ones you have inside of you right now. I'm talking about your curiosity that makes you ask why, your ability to work hard, and most of all, that incredible imagination of yours that lets you dream up brand new ideas.
So please, whatever you do, hold on to that curiosity. Ask tons of questions. Look at the world around you and wonder about it. Because trust me, your curiosity is your very own superpower. Don't ever forget that.
This world is still filled with so many puzzles that need solving and so many secrets just waiting to be discovered. So my dear friend, with that superpower of yours all fired up, what amazing things are you going to discover? The adventure is all yours now.